was in January of 2012. I was at the lowest point in my life. I had gained approximately 60 pounds over the course of a 3-year period. So I was weighing more than I had ever weighed in my life without being pregnant. My husband used to always tell me when I would have my pity parties for myself that I wasn't fat, just to kind of get me out of my depression. And one day in January, I was on one of my trips and crying. And I told him I was fat and I couldn't stand it anymore. And he turned around and looked at me and he said, then do something about it. It kind of devastated me because I felt at that time that he was telling me, yeah, you are fat, which I was. But I decided at that time, I had heard about Punch Gym and I had seen some of the results from success stories I had seen on their website. So I was panicking as I sent Chris my email to get my consult with him. About 2 weeks later, I met with Chris and went into the gym to work out so he could see where I was at. And it was pretty much a train wreck. I could not do a squat and come back out of a squatting position. I could not do a sit-up. I couldn't do lunges. About 10 seconds on the rope, I felt like I was going to fall over. We finally ended that session, went out, and we started talking. Chris started telling me about things that I would need to do to change my life. And he told me that 90% of my success was going to be determined by what I put in my mouth, which at that point I had nothing left to lose. I kind of thought he was full of it. I was one of those people that was a once in a whiler. I'd get on a diet kick or I'd get on a gym kick and it would last for maybe 2 to 3 months. I would go to the gym faithfully, but I would follow it up with a cheeseburger in the drive-thru. So I would never see results, I would get discouraged and I was quit. After my consult with Chris, that weekend was a very painful weekend. I literally had to use both of my hands to lift my legs up onto the bed. It hurt to roll over, it hurt to walk. And I remember Jeff came into me and he said, do you still want to do this? And at that time I was more determined than ever because I saw that other people were doing it and why can't I? After about 19 days was when I had my first fit test and I had lost 6.5 pounds of body fat and 5 inches. It wasn't great, but it was a start and I figured, okay, I'm going to continue on with this because there might be something here. About 3 months later, all of my clothes were getting big on me. I was doing things that I thought I would never be able to do. I was then able to do a sit-up with weight. I was squatting with weights. I was lasting on the ropes for 30 seconds, and I was lasting through a class. So after probably in July or August of 2012, I moved from F1 to F2. Things got a little crazier. Felt like more was expected out of me, but I was ready to put more into it. I made a complete lifestyle change since working with the staff at Punch. I would say that everything that I've learned has definitely come from Punch Gym. I had so much in my head of things that I thought were the way to go. I tried everything that was out there, from Weight Watchers to starving myself to the bottles on the shelves in the diet section at Walmart that if they said guaranteed results, I would give it a shot. None of it ever worked. This is the first thing that has worked for me. This is real. I have, to date, after 10 months, I have dropped 6 clothing sizes. I've gone from a 14-16 down to a size 6, and I feel good about myself. I'm actually able to get out and do things. I'm able to do things with my daughter. When I go shopping, I leave the stores with clothes, bags in hand. I don't cry in the dressing room anymore, and I don't cry on the way home. And I'm excited to show Jeff things that I bought, because I'm now not ashamed. Without the help and the assistance and the coaching that I have received from Punch Gym, I would not be where I am today. I know with everything in me that I made the right decision when I joined Punch. It is a lifestyle change, and if I could go back 10 months and do anything differently, I would not.